Pro tips and hacks, guys. Evergreen SEO pro tips and hacks. So, guys, I wanted to share something with you guys as far as like a site map and like having a map, right? So, if you're the captain of a ship and you're out there, treasure hunting, right? You want a map, you want a detailed map, where to go, what's where, who's who, how to navigate this ocean, right? And for our website, it's just that. It's an ocean of traffic that we want to get. That's the treasure. That's the ultimate goal, right? So I wanted to share an offer that a lot of you should have received in your email. If not, something to consider. And it's very inexpensive, and it's going to be a visual guide of your website, whether it's a new website or an existing website. You should have something like this to give you some type of guidance and where you're at, the 10,000-foot level of your website, right? And that's like a topical sitemap of your website. And I'll share it in a minute. But the purpose of this is the starting point. Besides keywords, besides the map, you also want to get content, right? And with this map, it gives you a clear picture of where the content should go, what some future things you can add, and it's all based off of keyword, right? And then content for that keyword. So let me share it without further ado, right? And let me select the right one here. Boom, pow, boom, pow. Where are you? Pa, 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 pa. Where? Okay, right here, content. Okay, so this is what I wanted to share with you guys. So on William Jones Marketing, we're offering this tropical map. And then I've had a few people ask me, like, is this a content planner? Guys, this works right alongside a content planner. It's a site map, a visual. So we give you two visuals here. Here's the structure of the map, and then this is what this is, right? You have the home page, right? The home page, and then you have these categories about us, our services, plumbing services, drain cleaning, water heater, right? Water quality. And in all of these, we have anything we can help, like /blogs, contact us, right? So this is the actual structure you have in column A. You also get stuff that you want in the future about us, right? Services, maybe you want to put all of these into a services, a blog, content, testimonial page, right? Now, these are based on these keywords and a competitor website, right? We have it here. And then it gives you like blog ideas, questions that you can incorporate, from people, Google people also ask, and you can put these in the actual pages or just create a page for that, right? To help generate content. Because guys, Google, right? It just producing information, so you have to have that information on your page so Google can present it as something of value, right? There's tons of ranking factors, and you want to hit each and every one of those, right? So content is like step one. So with this, right along with the content planner, I know on my website I want plumbing services, what type of plumbing service, and write content around that. Remember, 15, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 words. It's like your benchmark. It could be more, could be less, depending on your niche, depending on your SERPs, right? If your SERPs, in your area don't require that much, you don't need that much. So, but, give a benchmark, right? 1,000, 12, 1,500. So I'm going to write about plumbing services. And then I have another page, dishwashers, furnace repair, garbage disposal, gas leaks. So each and every one of these is going to be its own URL, because we're also going to give you like some keyword like research, some keywords like search volume, difficulty, cost per click, right? And that way you can, wherever these fall, what services you might have, you can kind of pick some of these and turn them into websites or URLs, and then you can write content on this. But with this, it's going to give you some guidance. It's going to give you some type of like direction, right? And you want to make these like keywords, one that may bring up a map pack, keywords that has some search volume, keywords in your niche and in your area that is relevant, guys, right? That is relevant. And I can give you an example of what it shouldn't be, or kind of mumbled, jumble, and I might give that without putting somebody on blast. But this is very clean, very like exactly. Like for plumbing services, these are the services that you want to write about. Drain cleaning, right? These are the services, everything to do with drain cleaning. Water heaters, right? This is all, tankless water heater, repair your water heater, install a water heater, right? And then these are all everything to do with water heater is clustered. So you're giving Google, what you do, where you're at, you know, um, and then the keywords that you're trying to go after. On this, we can even add like service areas, right, to build out of. Okay. So, but guys, this is where it starts with the content planner, because you have your keywords down here and then you have a structure. Okay, now this all makes sense. These are keywords, these that there's some search volume that are in their niche that is relevant, that these are like terms that actually people use, right? Not what you think, what Google says its users are searching for. And then you go in there and then you write about them. But this is almost like step one with keyword research. Then you structure your site. Then you put content planners around this. But now okay, so you need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 content planners for this. And each one has to be, if you take my advice, between 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 words, right? That's super easy with questions, frequent asked questions. Very easy with entities or keywords, with LSI words, and it's not very hard to do. Okay, but you have 15 in here. So now you can start seeing the cost. Now you can start seeing why, like, what am I paying for? Or why does it cost so much? This is why. You have a map, you have a guide, how long it's going to take. And remember, on top of this, we want to add um, uh, schema. We want to add backlinks, I should say. We want to add backlinks. We want to do some interlinking. We want to, each one of these gets into a backlink. Then we want some supporting content. And then we start pointing all this to each other. These are just like the best practices, right? But you'll be able to see it. You'll be able to make some decisions. You know where you're going with it. Is that treasure map as you as the captain of your ship that you're going after. But you should have received this special in your email. If you're on our email list, this is what it looks like. I've had a couple questions on it. It's not a content planner. It's a structure, how it should be laid out. So we'll need your niche. We'll need the area, maybe some keywords that we're looking after. And then we can put something like this together, and then you can compare it to even to your website. Okay, what are you missing? What are the areas you should be structuring? Where are you falling short? What are you not covering? Or you can see like, man, this keyword does not make sense at all, at all. So let me look it up here real quick. I'll give you an example of why you want to do like some keyword research, right? Let me do this. So that structure, it could be applied to anything, right, guys? Anything that you may want to kind of like, what do you want it to look like, right? So let me go back in here and I'll give you an example of what it shouldn't look like, right? And here's this one. They need some type of structure like this, because if you look at it, right, and then we can kind of compare. They have company, contact, philosophy, credentials, our team history, all that is great. Okay, cool. Gallery. Okay, cool pictures. Now services. Now here we go with services. Nobody is really gonna look up like summary of services, right? Nobody is really gonna look up build designed to build. Remember, the website is Canyon Landscaping. So by default, it has to do with some landscaping. You can see some beautiful pictures in the back, some designs and fire pits and right. But installation, right? Site prep, general landscaping, outside living, like those are not really what people are kind of searching for. Those are not really searchable key phrases, if that makes sense, right? Now, if you start looking at service installation, outdoor living, okay, maybe there's some outdoor living, and then these are some of the services, right? Pavers, flagstone, landscape lighting, but look how far down it's gone, right? And they have to go through the services, like, and then there's some more categories, but you want to make these very searchable, very structured, right? And you can kind of see like resources. Um, Hopefully that kind of makes sense. Like when I'm looking for landscaping, new design landscaping, um, let's see, what do they have here? Like general landscaping, that could be a term, or outdoor living installation. Well, what about just outdoor living landscaping? Or they do some design, but nobody. I don't even know what site preparation meant unless you're talking about a new site built or a new property built. Hopefully that kind of makes sense. I'm trying to show you what it should look like and what it shouldn't look like. Did I stop sharing? I think I stopped sharing that. But I hopefully you get the idea of like a nice clean look as far as what your website should look like. Then with some keywords behind it, then you're able to do content planners, how many you need, the length of it, right? And then you can start interlinking, then you can build some backlinks to it, then you can do supporting content and interlink with those, right? This is all on page. Make sure your UR now you can look at. Let me share that back up again. Present, share screen. Here it is, share. Okay, so now you know that your URL, whatever your URL, like Canyon Landscaping or yourbusiness.com/plumbing services, and then all the content about that's about plumbing services. So the structure of your URL is good. Your title, the title tag is good. Your description is good, right? Your title tag, especially when you come down to the services, it's the key word, it's the location, and then your brand, right? In the description, you can put variations, LSI keywords, entity keywords, right? Let Google know what you're about. But now your structure, your URL structure, you know exactly what it needs to be because you did some keyword research, guys, right? You did some keyword research. You're telling Google exactly what keyword you're going after. So this serves a lot of great purposes, guys. A lot of great purposes, right? There is no like mistaking your URL structure. It's nice. It's clean, right? So if we go back to here, um, services summary, right? Look at the URL structure summary. This has to be like landscaping. Nobody's searching like summary. This would be services, and all of these you would want to be clickable. And then so here's site preparation. Um, like what does that like mean? What exactly does that mean? If you look at the actual title tag, site preparation, canyon landscaping, right? So you would want a little bit more it to be more keyword driven, nice and clean. And with that sitemap, you can see the structure of it, right? This ain't gonna cut it as far as you want this page to rank. So let's give it exactly what Google is wanting from us. So hopefully this made sense, guys. With look at your email, reach out to Rhythm. Hey, Alfred mentioned this topical sitemap. You can see what it looks like. It's in an Excel, or it's nice GUI layout, and then there's some keywords behind it, and then you can start structuring your website. So stuff we would need is the niche, the area, and the keyword, and then we can put something like this together for you, guys. Much success, much love to everyone. Pro tips and hacks with Alfred. Thank you.